Hey, welcome to New Jump City, everybody, where we recap the week in American and Japanese sequential art. I am your host, Christian, the unbiased king, Espinal. And joining me through Discord, it is my partner in crime, the legend, the man, the myth. It is Joshua Gangsta Time Cole.
It's called partner, but it should be called Gangsta Time.
You already know what it is, Chris. We here for a good motherfucking week.
Hell yeah. Very exciting. We have so much to talk about. Edgelord Big News Brian could not join us this week, unfortunately, but he is here in spirit. And honestly, this was a bad episode for him to miss because there has been an usurper in the audience really good chapter of the week poll. So I thought he would be happy about that, but, you know, maybe he could just...
He means it wasn't Black Clover.
Yes. For the first time, another manga legitimately won over Black Clover, which is pretty exciting. Let's
Christian's words.
I mean, not in a way where, like, good for, you know, Black Clover, but also just, like, I don't know, it's cool to see a little variety, you know? Mixing it up. Who wins?
Oh, sure.
We'll find out later.
I can see where you're coming from.
Yeah. You can find me at the Chris Espinal on Twitter and Instagram. Joshua Cole, where can they find you?
You can find your boy at JD Cole _37 on Instagram.
Hell yeah.
I'm on Twitter also. NY Chillin'. I think it's with 3 N's.
Is it with 3 N's? I follow you and I don't really know. I don't... But yeah,
I'm about to try to change the name or something. I gotta line that up.
Yeah, I mean, it's easier. I don't know. You can follow Brian at b.esp on Twitter and Instagram. You can follow his stream on twitch.tv/itspunchline. Follow him on there. He does video game streams of tactical shooters.
Yes, sir.
Mm-hmm. You can follow the show itself at New Jump City on Twitter and Instagram. Follow us on Twitter especially so you can take part in the audience really good chapter of the week poll where you guys get to vote on your favorite chapter week to week, and we reveal the results on the show. So go ahead and follow us on there. Follow us on Instagram for some fun stuff. We post little video clips on there for you guys sometimes. It's a lot of fun. You can email us at newjumpcitypod@gmail.com with any questions, suggestions, anything you guys want to talk to us about. Email us there, or if you're watching on YouTube, comment on any of the videos that you're seeing right now. We have the main video plus a bunch of little separate edits, you know, for the specific series. Comment what you think about everything, the comics, our show, whatever. Let's get some engagement going. Like, subscribe as well. That would be very sweet. Share it with your friends. Let's build this community. Also, if you are more of an audio podcast type of person, we are on Spotify, iTunes, Apple Podcasts, Pandora, Amazon Music, Toonbox, whatever that's called. We're on there. We're everywhere.
Word up.
Yeah, we're on so many platforms. Yep. It's kind of insane. So follow us on anything. And leave a 5-star review on iTunes especially. It really helps us out with the algorithm. Keeps us on the top of the animation and manga section that didn't used to be there, but now it is, I guess. Because there's so many manga and anime podcasts. So help us be the ones to win it all. We want to be the greatest. We're the shonen protagonists of the manga and animation podcast world. So help us out. I think that's it. I think that's all for our plugs. So spoiler alerts ahead. Let's get into the show proper. It is time to randomize.
Rocket to punch!
Jujutsu Kaisen.
Remember, did I call that?
Yeah, you did. You did call that.
Yeah. Let's fucking go.
Okay,
let's go.
Here's the thing, guys. The reason Josh is so celebratory right now is before we hit record, Josh has a tendency to try and predict what we're covering first. And this time he got it right. He beat the randomizer. So good for you, Josh. Very proud of you.
Yeah. I got I'm 2 for 3.
Are you? I gotta start keeping track.
I think I started doing it consecutively, and in my mind where it counts. about like 2 podcasts ago.
You gotta start having like a little paper beside you and do like a tally marker of wins and losses.
You know what? Yeah, I'm gonna get to that.
He's gonna have a legal pad next
I'll
episode.
be right back.
He's gonna get it right now.
No, right now. Cause I got it right.
All right. Well, Josh is off looking for something to keep his tally scores on. Let's get into it. Jujutsu Kaisen chapter 145, The Back. Last we left off, the Culling Game is just about 19 days away from going off, and in the intervening time, our heroes have gone into the weird temple that Master Tengen resides in, only to find him looking like a fucking ancient thumb man. So we're about to find out what exactly his deal is. And he's the first thing they really ask him is like why he closed off the tombs to the Star Corridor, which like make it easier to find him. Why is he basically hiding? And he reveals that like he was afraid that these guys might be in alignment with Kenjaku, who is Noritoshi Kamo, who is Geto. He is the sorcerer behind it all, Kenjaku. So we're gonna call him Kenjaku from here on out. It might be
Kenjaku. No, I like the other one better, man.
Noritoshi Kamo.
Noritoshi.
That's the problem is that there's already a character named Noritoshi Kamo, who's a descendant of the real Noritoshi Kamo. Noritoshi Kamo is the name of the sorcerer whose body he took over. Just like Geto is. That's why,
see.
Yeah. Just like Geto.
Damn. All right.
He's the.
But his true name is
his Kenjaku is the sorcerer's real name.
Kenjaku.
Every one of these sorcerers, like the real ancient evil ones, they always go by one name. They follow the seal rule. It's just like I am one name now. I am Prince. I am Seal. I am Kenjaku. It's very fun. My favorite part is that immediately Itadori asks him, like, Master Tengen, why do you look like that?
That was my number one. Like, wait, you're the good guy? As soon as they didn't fight him, I was like, oh, man, he got to explain why the fuck you look like that.
I love it because nobody ever asks that. Whenever people see people in, like, who look weird, they never just like, why are you like this? Luffy does it sometimes. Itadori's another one. But yeah, this guy, he looks eerily creepier when he smiles. Tengen's like, I may be immortal, but I'm not immune to aging. After 500 years, you'd look like this. And he just,
ew, are you sure?
That's what Itadori says, like, for real? All right. But enough with the silly stuff. We get into more exposition proper.
I'm over it.
Are you?
I'm over it.
Okay.
I was going to say how he looks like an eraser. You know what I'm saying?
He looks like a used candle. So he starts to explain that 11 years ago, he failed to merge with the Star Plasma vessel.
Oh, no, this is the last one. Look how long it looks in this pause. How in this picture. Wait, what the fuck? Did he... All right, now I'm finished.
Okay, good.
All right.
Okay, so apparently because he failed to merge with the Star Plasma vessel, which we've seen in a flashback, it's this girl that like Geto and Gojo were supposed to protect way back, who was supposed to be, I guess, the next body of Tengen, and she was assassinated. So that didn't help matters at all. So there was never another person who could be a Star Plasma vessel apparently since then. So ever since that happened, Tengen kind of evolved into the world itself. So he's basically, I guess, the Force. He's everywhere, but not everywhere. Even the thing that he is right now, this weird fucking figure, it's just a physical manifestation of his form. Like, he's not really there in this form. For whatever reason, he's chosen to look like this. But yeah, they basically asked him, they tried to ask him all the questions, like, what are Kenjaku's objectives and how do we open the prison realm? And he says, I'll help you, but there is one condition. He says he specifically calls out Okotsu, Yuki, Tsukumo, and Choso for 2 of the 3 of them to remain there as his guards. And that's very confusing because he's immortal and he's probably, I guess, the strongest thing in this universe to a degree. So he starts to explain that, like, Kenjaku's basic goal is to evolve the human race in Japan by merging them with Tengen himself. So basically making everybody Jujutsu sorcerers by putting a little bit of him in everybody, by spreading this guy around, I guess, is the best way. I had to read this chapter like 4 times to really be like, what is happening?
Yeah, I didn't, which is why I don't know what's happening. No, I do. It's just, I guess I'm refining it now, just looking through these pages.
Yeah. And the reason
I'm kind of stuck on one particular point, but I'll get to it later.
The reason that he couldn't do it before is that he just didn't have the cursed energy to do it. So, you know.
Sure.
So by doing this culling game, it basically just increases the amount of cursed energy in the air. And, you know, he's basically looking to do what happened in Tokyo to the rest of the world by using this culling game to build up, I guess, enough power to merge him with everybody. Because, of course, Tengen's soul is the entire world at this point. And basically, they also is like, why don't you just stop it? Why don't you just not do that? And Tengen is like, well, now that I've evolved and I've become the world, essentially, I am more cursed spirit than human being, as you can see by my weird eraser head. So that basically makes him a target for cursed spirit manipulation. And everybody is like, shit!
And that's really bad because
he could turn everybody into Jujutsu sorcerers and then just fuck the world up like he did to Shibuya. Yeah?
Oh, so he could be manipulated easily through his technique anyway.
Yes.
So, which is Kenjaku's ability in the first place.
It's actually Geto's ability that Kenjaku now has power and control over.
Ooh.
It's because he has Geto specifically that it's such a huge danger. It's because now he is eligible to be manipulated in the same way Mahito was. So.
Yeah, which is why he made a big deal out of everything kind of like really happening by chance, and they took advantage.
Yeah.
Of this. Okay, it makes a lot of sense. So that's what's at stake here. The world can end via cursed spirits running fucking wild because Tengen is the one that's holding everything back in
basically.
The first place. Because everybody has negative emotions and cursed energy.
Yeah.
But they can't just run around for free because Tengen is that nigga.
Yeah,
but
basically.
If Kenjaku wins, right? Yeah, you know, I gotta do these things to help remember his name.
I appreciate that.
Me. He's going to take over Tengen, use his own ability via curse manipulation, and it essentially break down the barrier one way or another.
Yeah, and he'll turn a bunch of people into Jujutsu sorcerers under his control, basically. Like he'll make his own Jujutsu core and fuck shit up around the world. And what's the world going to do? Because there's the most Jujutsu and the most cursed energy is in Japan. So the rest of the world probably won't be equipped enough to really deal with these guys. So
they will be very strong sorcerers.
Yeah.
Also, the moment any of them can't, hold their ability down, then they lose the entire planet to a cursed spirit.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Now I fully understand what's at stake here.
Yeah. So the
right.
Star Plasma vessel in them and the Six Eyes, which is basically what Tengen has and what Gojo has, they've just been reincarnated throughout the years, and they're connected by fate. And Kenjaku has apparently lost twice to Sorcerers of the Six Eyes. So that's the one person that he can't beat. And so one day, like during one of his like thousands of years being alive, he switched. He found both the Star Plasma Vessel and the Six Eyes and killed both of them. Or he killed the Six Eyes while he was a baby because two. Wait, he killed, but that didn't work because obviously another Six Eyes was born. But he killed them right there because like there's no way two Six Eyes can like exist. So what he thought of now was to just seal one. So by sealing Gojo, he ensured that there wouldn't be another person who could use Gojo's techniques and abilities, and basically he takes his people off the board. Like the strongest person in the verse is out of the game. It explains that also Toji Zenin, Megumi's dad, really fucked shit up along the way.
Did the absolute most for no reason.
Yeah.
Do you remember? He was just mad, right?
I think he was
just fuck all of this extra shit. I'm gonna do this.
Well, he had no cursed energy, so like he basically just dominated everybody with no cursed energy. He was like what Rock Lee aspired to be. Just the GOAT without the powers.
He's Asta.
Yeah. He's Asta, I guess. But if Asta didn't have his nerf everything sword, but we'll get to that.
Yeah, he nerfed everybody with just his skill and ferocity.
Yeah.
And his knife. He stabbed Gojo up. He said, "Hold that." Pumped him up.
Okay, so it turns out that in order to go through with this merging with Tengen, he had to take certain binding vows. One stipulates is that he's not the game master for the Culling Game. So, you can't really... It doesn't really work in his favor, because even if they do kill Kenjaku, then the game will not end. So, yeah. The game will continue until all the players are dead or all the players refuse participation and die. So the game could pretty much go on forever. And then everybody kind of remembers that there's the sixth rule with excluding the point value of a player's own life. Players may expend 100 points to negotiate the game master to add one rule to the Culling Game. And basically their goal now is to participate and gain enough points so they can negotiate a rule where Jujutsu sorcerers or people in general could just refuse to play the game. So, yeah. They start to like try to ask more questions or figure more stuff out, but the Star Plasma Vessel, Tengen is like, first you got to decide which of you are gonna stay. And
whoa.
hold up. All right, I told you too much already. Sugamo and Choso volunteer together. Because essentially they're going to need either Okotsu or Yuko there. And Okotsu just wants to go, and Yuki's like, I could stay. I still want to talk to Tengen and stuff. So Tengen has his bodyguards, which is pretty cute.
I'm glad Okotsu didn't stay.
Oh yeah, we're gonna see Okotsu turn shit up, dude. I'm excited. Also, I guess we should say that like the reason, obviously, Tengen wants bodyguards is that now that he's kind of just he's so vulnerable to the curse manipulation technique that Geto holds, that he would want people to protect him. He would want a couple layers of protection.
I mean, he's got two good fighters. The Blood Dude, at the very least,
Yuki's nice, apparently.
Take an ass whooping. No, I'm saying like. Yuki's probably gonna hold it down on her own. The Blood Dude, at the very least, can defend himself.
Yeah, he can hold him his own.
I don't like. He's not gonna drag him down. I guess is how I'm looking at it. He's not a bad like lesser option
for sure.
Right?
Yeah, he's the one that makes sense to stay. I mean. He said it himself, is that you definitely want one of these two strongest people in the series here. So, I'll stay, and only one of them has to stay. So Tengen thanks him and then is like, all right, I'm going to teach you how to free Gojo. And he pulls out of this dark void the back of the prison realm. Because apparently the prison realm has just like a back door. And he explains that, like, yeah, I mean, this is the back. You can't just open it. You kind of need the confirmation of basically Kenjaku to open it, unless you have certain things that can break it open, like the inverted spear of heaven, which nullifies curse techniques, or the black roll, which disrupts and cancels cursed techniques effects. But unfortunately, yeah, these two things are basically the only way you can open this prison realm, because these are essentially two parts of the same whole. You know, like one's the entrance and one's the exit to a degree. But yeah, unfortunately, Gojo may have destroyed the inverted spear, and also he may have gotten rid of all the black rope.
May have.
And they're like, "Oh, why did you do that?
Why? Why did he get? Why?"
I would like to say that it may have been hindsight, just like this is hindsight talking, because at the time it may have been a huge deal. We got to get rid of these things, and they didn't know that it would be absolutely needed in 11 years, which is really funny. Akotsu apparently went around the world, specifically to Africa, to find the remaining black rope, but there was no more. It's all gone. And
That's cool.
Yuki turns out, is like, there has to be another way, though, right? And Tengen's like, well, there is another way. There is a participant in the Culling Game who calls herself an angel, and her cursed technique can extinguish any cursed technique. And that's where the chapter ends.
Very interesting.
Yeah, this was a lot of talking. I don't know if we got all the details across very well, but we did our best. There is a lot to dissect here, and this is a very complicated power system to begin with. I mean, it's really good to establish, you know, certain goals for the Culling Game and what the Culling Game, we at least have like kind of a roadmap about how it's supposed to go, and a way out, essentially. Because we don't know how you win this game, but apparently the way you win it is by getting enough points to negotiate a new rule in your favor. So, yeah, there's a lot of things going for it. And now there's this new cursed technique from Chainsaw Man, the angel from Chainsaw Man, it looks like.
Yeah, right?
It's pulled up. I really like this chapter, though. I had to read it a couple times, man. And even now, I'm still just like, I feel like I missed some stuff, but, you know, I get it.
No, I think the key here is just like what lies next.
Yes.
They went through all of this. All I hate to admit it, but I feel like he kind of went in a really roundabout way of getting to his point that, in fact, they need to go find this girl that knows the technique. You know, with his over explanation of, all of these things that we had mentioned before, yep, they don't work.
Yeah.
But aside from that nitpick, I think really like talking about it with you helped me understand what Tenjin's role is.
Yeah.
Why he looks that ugly, and what fuck, I forgot his name already. Noritoshi.
Kenjaku.
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 Kenjaku. I understand his plot. He wants to his way of taking over the world is via creating cursed sorcerers via this weird game, and that's that. That's what they got to do. And now they got to find this angel chick so they can do.
And also merging with Tengen.
What?
And also merging with Tengen himself.
Yeah. All of that.
All of it.
It's all, yeah. I get it.
Yeah, I mean, great chapter. Lots to dissect and take down. But that's all I really have to say about it. I'm very excited for next week. I guess we're probably going to start getting into the action next week, hopefully. So, very into it. You guys, you ready to randomize, Josh?
Oh, yeah.
It's time to go.
He said, is this ice? Dickhead, is it cold?
Daredevil. This is Daredevil number 29. Last we left off, Matt Murdock has been poisoned. And he really casually addressed that.
It doesn't end there, though.
Oh, man. This is a really shitty day for Matt Murdock, honestly. So he sits there and he's like, fuck. Hey, so I just got poisoned, but don't be. He's talking to Marcus. He's like, hey, don't make a scene. Don't make it hot. I'm going to step out for a minute and take care of it. So, he convinces one of the guards to let him out. And he just throws up everything he ate to try and get the poison out. And he's basically like, all right, the guard will send me to the infirmary. I'll be sure to have the doctors check on me. And wait, where's the guard? And then he turns around and the whole squad is pulling up on Daredevil. And he's like,
Squad of inmates.
Weirdly enough, I'm surprised it took this long for something like this to happen. I guess organizing a beatdown takes a lot of coordination and planning.
I'm sure the alien invasion got in the way of it.
Probably. You're right.
Had probably delayed a few plans.
Yeah, I'm sure the editorially mandated tie-in to King in Black would probably get in the way of this prison beating. But we cut to the outside as we see Elektra training a young girl, literally punching her really hard in the arm. And she's like, why are you doing this to me? And she's like, because you're weak. Because you're weak. And I was also weak once. But I'm not weak anymore. And neither will you be. So basically, she takes him along and is like, hey, do you want to be a superhero? Let's go fucking kick people's asses in Hell's Kitchen. She pulls up on these two, people who work for Izzy Liberis, who is the new Kingpin. These guys are just taking protection money, and the Daredevil pulls up and beats the shit out of all of them. It's pretty cool, I guess.
Those ninja stars and stuff.
It throws the Jeet. I think that's the name of the weapon that. No, these are sais, but non-sharp sais. Yeah. She throws it right in his nose, breaks his nose, and then beats them all up. And then he's like, now you're going to have to pay me a security fee if you want to exist in this territory.
Ooh.
Which is pretty clean.
She went in.
Yeah.
She was like, it better be 30. She's like, 30,000 to be on my street. The next time I see y'all niggas, y'all at that 29.
It was called
she only
partner, but
took
it should be called
1,000
gangsta time.
Yo, she pressed the shit out of him. I don't think Matt Murdock would have did all of that.
No, not at all. But yeah, this girl climbs down from the roof, and she's like, "Wow, that was so cool." And she's like, "You will be the Robin to my Batman, young girl."
Yes.
Yes.
Matt Murdock is stupid.
He's weak.
That's right.
So yeah,
I love it. I hope she stays there for a long time.
She's really cool. I mean, she's different.
Yeah, it's dope, man. Hopefully it's not at the expense of Matt Murdock not being Daredevil or something. But
oh yeah, and also her fucking design is still fire beyond belief.
That's what it is, man. Her design is too cool.
I wish we had our buddy.
Way too fire for it to just be like a one arc thing.
We got to get Luke on here to do a drip check because I mean, so good.
Bro, you see the fucking the scarf?
Yeah, the scarf. She's got the fucking baggy pants.
So you can't even see my mouth.
You can't even see my mouth.
Meanwhile, this Matt Murdock's about to get killed by a large group of fucking inmates.
He's about to get.
He's meditating.
Yeah, he's about to get Oz'd pretty hard. So he sits down and he's like, I still got some poison in me. So he's just like, I guess I'm going to meditate it out of me. And then he proceeds to fight all 10 of these men.
He said, I located the poison in my body. Now I have to just purge it. I was like, get the fuck out of here, man. This nigga is not regular. We already know that. But it's more than just the sense. Come on.
Yeah, this is funny. This is like this is some Naruto shit, honestly.
He has complete mastery of his immune system, respiratory, every system in his body. He
For
can
real.
control.
That's pretty cool. I'll tell you what. You know who else has this power? The absolute control of everything in his body?
Who?
Oh, man, what's his face? Kumadori. That was his power. That's why he could move his hair. 'Cause he had biofeedback.
Oh, yeah.
It's like he controlled every hair on his body.
That's lit.
So, yeah,
Like Sandel.
Daredevil is Kumadori.
It didn't help him. It didn't help him against Chopper.
I mean, there's got to be a limit. There's a limit to what you can do. So,
I heard he's still on his way.
yeah. All right, so as Daredevil is fighting for his life in prison, we cut to Izzy Libris just learning about the sheer disrespect that Electra Devil laid upon her people. And, she's just like, get out of my office. And she's talking to this guy who's like, I don't remember this guy being that important, but apparently he was one of the owls.
Yo, I don't remember him at all, bro. I was hoping you would, man.
Come on. As it turns out, he is vitally important, as we'll learn later. So as it turns out, Izzy is talking to this guy who basically was the guy to convince Alzey. Apparently it happened. It happened in Daredevil number 20, according to the note. My memory is just shit. But, yeah, so he basically convinced Alzey's men to sell him out and everything. And she basically expresses, like, I need to focus on the city, so I need you to be the kingpin. And this guy, his name is Butch. She's like, Butch, you're a leader now, so you must lead. I can't have my family get caught in this fucking gang war bullshit. So I need you to step up and take over Hell's Kitchen. I'm going to focus on the rest of the city. So, and he's like,
damn, Electra got her shook.
Yeah. He's like, I don't want to fuck with a Daredevil.
You know what? I'm not doing all of this. The Kingpin before, he said he was going to deal with Daredevil.
I don't want no part of it.
What? This is not what I fucking signed up for.
Yeah. We then cut over to this gym as Mike Murdock, right? His name is Mike Murdock, the twin brother of Matt Murdock that we learned about in the annual that I didn't read, unfortunately, that I might have to pick up now because he goes over to meet Butch, and it turns out that they're in cahoots together, and not only is Mike the twin brother of Daredevil, but Butch is the son of Wilson Fisk.
That's really significant.
That's a pretty big deal.
Because, I mean, it makes, like, I don't know what else to say.
I mean, it's obviously not an ass pull or nothing because they did build it up in this annual that it was apparently... I don't usually buy annuals because annuals these days are just like, here's this side story that doesn't really matter. So, I mean, I guess with Daredevil they matter. So, I'll have to check up on that. But, yeah, this apparently was this whole plan between the two of them to kind of take over Kingpin's territory. By getting in with Izzy, who was the new Kingpin, and kind of waiting for her to get soft and bounce and leave him to be the head of the kitchen, essentially.
Man, they better slide Electra a thank you note in that other 29,000 that they owe.
Yeah, for sure.
They made shit real easy.
Yeah, so at that point, they're just like stuck. The only concern is that how are they going to convince the other bosses to accept them as one of their own? And Mike Murdock seems to have a plan involving fucking around with the Kingpin himself. He says, I say we take advantage of my current situation and let Matt Murdock help, which I believe to mean that he's probably going to use his position as a lawyer to fucking go after Wilson Fisk. His fake position as a lawyer.
He's gonna make shit so hot.
Yeah.
For the real Matt Murdock. This is such a great comic.
Oh my god, yeah. All right, so
like Daredevil in general. Maybe this isn't like probably one of the best ones, but this is.
I mean, I've
story goes on.
The last run I've read was Mark Waid's run, and this is pretty on par with that one. I really liked Mark Waid's. I didn't read Charles Soule's, the one in between those two, where the purple children.
Yes, I was gonna say that. Wolverine. Like, is that the one with those guys?
But as far as like Daredevil goes, this is a great fucking run. It's been consistently awesome. It's not over yet, but that's just to say. But yeah, we then cut to Fisk walking through this laboratory, and he's talking about a certain someone. An unnamed person. He's on drugs, of course, but you know what? The patient's calm and stuff. And then they open this big fucking door that says level 3, and it's revealed that this big old fucking machine is hooked up to Bullseye, and I guess they're just making him a super Bullseye. And they're just like, and Wilson
Fisk,
Fisk,
one that could be controlled.
Yeah, Fisk is like, finally giving me a Bullseye that I can control, which is cool. I'm into it. Meanwhile, back in prison, Daredevil is doing all right. He's beating up these guys. I think he like shatters the knee of one dude by expertly I don't know what this move is. He just slings a fucking weight at this dude's knee, bursts it open.
Yeah, he went the wrong way.
But unfortunately, like right as he senses it, there's a guy behind him who seems to shank him in the rib, and he knocks that guy out. And now he's just like sitting in the rain there, bleeding out. And that is the end of the issue.
Says it's done. Daredevil's dead.
Oh no! Imagine this is like
he does look really hurt, but it's really funny. He said, "One last chance. I don't aim for the head or the chest because I'm a man of God."
Mm.
You know, Matt Murdock. He is one model citizen, even in a fight to the death where he's getting jumped, and I feel like it's perfectly reasonable to use every ability in your body to survive and do what you got to do. But I'm gonna tell you this: it didn't really matter that whether he would have threw the weight at that dude's head or not, because it was the dude laying down that faked like he was dead.
Yeah.
That stabbed him in the leg in the first place, and then stabbed his chest.
Yeah, he should have saved those fancy moves for him, but
yeah, he should have.
I mean, I'll say this is my.
Where was?
Sorry.
No, I don't. I'm not gonna say it.
Wait, what?
I said I'm not gonna say it.
Say it.
I was saying where was, but I'm gonna leave it at that.
All right.
Where was Jesus when he got?
I mean, he's not dead.
Ribs?
Did he die though? That was Jesus.
Not in these comic pages.
Jesus is literally like, "I'll keep you alive for the next issue." After that, you're on your own.
Yeah, and it's on you from there, buddy.
Yeah, I mean, this is my very good issue of the week.
Certified VGI.
Yeah,
I mean,
it is VGI, and it's up against the Xbox. How you
For
like
real?
that?
I mean, Daredevil is consistently awesome. I don't think we've ever had a bad thing to say about it. Even when it was going through like the King in Black tie-in, it was still always pretty good.
It's pretty cool, yeah.
It never really lost its thunder.
Put himself in an electric chair.
Yeah. But let us know what you guys think. Comment below. Let us know what you believe, what you think about this run. We'd love to hear it. You ready to randomize, Josh?
Oh yeah.
It is time.
Bloody Cross.
Black Clover. This is Black Clover, chapter 289, Freezing Sun.
Is this the audience? Sorry.
No, this is not the audience. Really good chapter of the week this week.
All right, that's the only shot I took, though, guys.
Yeah, this is the only shot I'm also taking. That's fine.
Nah, you was wilding earlier.
I wasn't wilding. I was just to say,
Nah,
you were
wasn't
saying
wildin'.
this. You were the one making it hot.
You wasn't
dude.
wilding.
You were that bad friend in the back.
You under the Black Clover bus.
You were the bad friend in the back being like, "Yo, you heard what he said?"
Yo, that was crazy. You gonna let that nigga talk to you like that?
Exactly, that was you.
Yeah, I was instigating.
Throwing me to the
speaking
wolf.
of instigating, your boy got spread open.
Yeah, he got split pretty bad.
Like he was peeling a banana or something like that.
For real, he didn't even have the time to wipe that stupid smile off his face.
Opening an orange.
Yeah, he's just like, cutting an onion's layers off. It was pretty good. But luckily, his sister was there to just like cover the wounds with ice. And, you know, how do you think they react? She's just like, oh, he got you first, Nama. And now we can really play together. So they basically merge. You know what time it is. The monster just gets bigger.
Yeah, now they're going to actually try.
Yeah, it's like, oh, you are the ultimate prey. Just time for... I don't know why I'm making him Bane from Dark Knight Rises, but this is the voice I landed on. Oh, you
should have did Sauron for his
eyes. He's got 2 eyes. That's the only thing that makes him not Sauron.
God damn it! I just noticed it up there. All right.
Yeah, but he is Bane, I guess. You are the ultimate prey. We can't wait to hear you scream. But yeah, and Noct is like, damn it! Their power is more than just 1 + 1. All right, dialogue.
Yeah, I guess how do you say, the sums of the parts are greater.
The parts.
The
are
sum
greater.
is greater than the.
Yes, the parts. We're smart. I swear to God.
Yeah. Listen. If you know, you know. All right.
Yeah, you know what we mean. You know what we're saying.
I'm begging you.
So yeah, as Noct is panicking in the back, just like, whoa, oh no, he's so strong now. Asta's like, you're probably incredibly awesome and all, but I can't. So it's magic, so I can't really tell. And he's yelling this in my face. And yeah, I don't know. Demon does a crazy thing. Asta cuts through it, of course. This demon does a big old spirit bomb.
Oh, yeah. Fire and ice ball. Pretty interesting. Yeah. That is what's happening, right?
Yeah. And everybody's like, whoa, what the fuck is happening? And she throws the spirit bomb down. And Asta,
I like what the devil says. He's petty as hell.
What do you say?
He said, what, even if you're unharmed by this big ball of magic and power, everyone else will die. That sort of thing hurts, doesn't it? So he's like, yeah, I'm gonna put. He's like, either you're gonna have to deal with this, or you're gonna still be mad.
Yeah, for real. So, yeah, as he takes it down, he just says, "Grieve," because everybody's death is assured. So just grieve in advance.
I mean, that's what I would think if I was up looking at that shit as a regular, like if I was like a farmer or something. Like a carpenter with no magical abilities. Oh, all right. Well,
time. Can we move still? Is it too late to move from the Spade Kingdom?
When do you think they're gonna throw it? Oh, you do it already. Goddamn.
You know what's crazy? I think the center of this ball is heading straight for my farm. It's crazy. I think I'm gonna get the most of it. So it starts coming down, and Asta's just like, all you did was get bigger. So, you know, I got bigger too. And then he uses the first sword, Demon Slayer, to turn into a giant fucking baseball bat, essentially. And just fucking reverse it back at him. Uno card it. Uno reverse it back at him. And the demon's... Oh, also, we get a panel showing Magna and what is his name?
Your boy Zora.
He's my favorite too.
It was kind of cool.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, I mean,
pretty cool because he did it real sly, just one panel out of nowhere. Like, 2 more characters
that would be incredibly irrelevant 1 chapter after they return.
Hey, as long as you say the same shit with my hyperactive Damien, that's all that matters. Right. Keep the same energy, Christian Espinal.
I don't know. I'm just saying. We all know where that's going. Anyway, that's where the chapter ends. It's a big old spectacle. I mean, it's
a big old spectacle.
I don't know,
bro. He smacks the ball back at the demon, and the chapter ends there. But you already know.
Yeah, it's over for the demon.
We know what time it is.
The demon's probably gonna
He's probably
tank
gonna
this.
teleport. He's either gonna take the hit, smack it away or something, or maybe just teleport out the way. But guess what? He's gonna be right there. He's gonna cut him.
Yeah, he's gonna be like, cut. I saw you there.
Now let my friends rock for a little bit. I'm gonna go rest.
Yeah, he's gonna run out of time. He's gonna run out of time.
I'm running out of demon time. I have to go get more savage juice.
Yeah.
Shout out to Young M.A.
Yeah.
Double cup of carrot juice. Oh, that's my savage juice. That's what she says.
That's good. I don't know, man. Yeah, it was fine. It is just continuing to show off like how cool the fucking union mode is. I appreciate
you all right, let me tell you something, bro. Aside from the exclusive panel of your boys, right, in the background, we're here. What's the author's name again?
Tabata.
Tabata gave us that nice little build up. Like, look at all of this development leading up to this fucking point of him smacking back magic balls to his opponents, whether it was Magma or those other people that I don't really quite remember. But it happened several times. You could see it here in the panel. Rewarding.
Oh yeah, you're right. He does do this a fucking lot.
Mm-hmm. Which is, and then the cherry on the top is Magnus saying, "Yup, I remember that first time. I was tight, but that was cool." Come on, man! They built up to this part, man.
I mean,
like Clover.
I guess that's like, I don't know.
I'm gonna tell you this: they're not fumbling the pack right now.
They're not what?
Not yet.
They're not fumbling the what?
Your boy Danny Dimes, he's still running.
What's happening? I feel like we're in a different. Are you calling Asta Danny Dimes?
Danny. No, I'm just the series is Danny Dimes right now. He's on that run. You know what I'm saying? Remember?
All right.
80-yard run. He on his yard to the touchdown line.
That's funny.
He ain't fumbled it yet. That's all I'm trying to see. Oh, there you go. Do I sound like a robot right now?
No. I just didn't understand what you just came out of nowhere and you talked about Danny Dimes running and tripping.
Yeah, I got pretty excited. I got pretty excited. I don't even fuck with the Giants like that.
All right, look, I don't want to hate on Black Clover. It was cool. It was cool to see Asta like development. Now that you mentioned the little flashback panels where he remembers all the times that he did the same move training with Magna.
First started with Magna.
I think I made a mistake. I call him Magna for some reason. It's Magna, I think, but I pronounced it weird. That was on me.
All right, whatever, man. That was the first thing that happened, so that was kind of cool. But I was definitely gassed.
It was cool.
It was cool.
It was cool.
Right.
But
it was cool. That's what we're gonna call it. It was cool.
Yeah, I mean, it was just a big old action chapter. There's not a lot to say in terms of, the action was cool.
It's not the RGC.
No, but it was good. I mean, I didn't hate it. I'm sorry, don't hate me.
PG. Pretty good.
PG, pretty good. PG, pretty good. Oh, geez. I just echoed pretty hard. Anyway, we should randomize now. I'll choose this one.
Oh, good.
The X books. We only have 2 this week, starting with Children of the Atom. Number 2. Last we left off with these kids, the Children of the Atom are this new team of mutants, though I don't really think they are, but we'll get to that later. That have just been going around saving the world in the name of the X-Men. All of them are dressed and named as an homage to their favorite X-Men. And we start off with this little phone call in jail from one of the this villain group that they arrested in the last issue, or took down in the last issue. And they're basically like planning kind of a jailbreak to a degree. We cut over then to the Krakoan embassy where Tony Stark, Steve Rogers, and Carol Danvers all strut into the Krakoan embassy and are like, "What's going on with these kids?" And I'm like,
these goddamn mutants.
goddamn country.
Yeah. I mean, I don't like this. I hate when they like push the Avengers to be these guys, because the Avengers have also been on the opposite side of this. So it's always weird to see that happen.
I have contrary thoughts to that, actually.
Oh.
I will say this. I think there's been plenty of times, and not because of the character's fault. I think because of the nature of comics, or at least how the nature of comics used to be and what the status quo was. But, you know, there's been a lot of, like, weird plot points and shit where you know, we could, I guess, like, as regular people, objectively looking at, like, the plot of a comic, we could say, well, couldn't the people just do this? Or couldn't they have just handled it like this? I think this in particular right now is one of those situations where Storm does bring up a good point, where it's like, I'm kind of jumping ahead, but just for the sake of making my point, you know, they jump in down they throw when it's like, look, dude, there's superpowered people everywhere wilding out for respect. Not just in here in America, all around the world. You know what I'm saying? And it's because of your idiotic rules, your country's idiotic rules, that you guys are allowing and not properly fighting against, is because you guys are coming and approaching us about this shit. When at the end of the day, these kids are saving people's lives the same way you guys are, and they're being made out to be rebels when this doesn't have to be the case.
Yeah.
So we know Captain America would probably like definitely understand. And you would hope that like the best version of Steve Rogers, that from all of the best Captain America comics, you know what I'm saying, or Avengers comics, would not even have to get to that point. Would not even bother you, or probably call them up and say, listen, I really want to fight this cause because it's causing an issue for our kids and even some of your X-Men that are out here. You know, let's figure this out. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Other than have them. All right, I'll tell you. All right. So aside from that, I feel like maybe, perhaps, what is more annoying about the situation is that they just used these Avengers.
Yeah.
In particular.
Yeah. Or the Avengers in general. Like
sure. I mean, yeah, the Avengers. I mean, yeah.
Or like,
and not like
they try to make like the Avengers the man. You know, where the Avengers aren't really even like part of the government. They're like in a mountain forever away dealing with these like, massive threats. They don't really have like an affiliation with the government as far as I know like that anymore. But they're kind of doing
and they've been much more progressive, much like the rest of DC and Marvel's comics have been. You know what I'm saying? As these writers evolve and learn throughout the times.
Mm-hmm.
For sure. So it is weird. And you know what? I feel like this role would have been perfect for that of the Squadron Supreme. I mean, what the fuck are they there for?
You're right.
But to be scapegoats and targets for this type of behavior.
Yeah, I mean, it would have been way more interesting if they were like the Squadron. Because the Squadron really only exists in the Avengers books and are really only ever important in there. It would be cool to see them pop up in different places, and I think this is way more their thing. Especially since like they're here on behalf of Kamala's Law, which is part of this event where they have outlawed young superheroes. So, you know, they're there to enforce that law to a degree. And Storm brings up the point because she interjects in this argument between Captain America and Mystique, where she's like, well, you guys didn't care about that rule when the champions were off doing their shit. But for whatever reason, for mutants, it's a problem. And yeah, it just feels weird coming out of these particular characters, especially since like it feels weird for them to even really be there. Because they're doing other shit. You know what I mean? Like, this isn't their job. They don't like answer to people. You know, it's weird.
The last thought I'll say on the matter, I guess, you know, before I'm ready to move forward.
Yeah.
And then maybe you could comment on it as well, for sure. But I will say this. I think with all of that said, the author has a point in what they're doing. And I think they use these characters, even though it is somewhat out of character, for at least, you know, Captain Marvel and Steve Rogers. Tony's kind of an asshole.
No, it makes sense for Captain Marvel.
But,
honestly.
Well, all right, sure, but I feel like because it's like they're kind of in it. All right, obviously, let's not play any games here. We know what this is kind of what the mutants like draw inspiration
represent.
from, or what they marginalized people, colored people in America, specifically black people. You know, if we're being completely honest, and a lot of the times it's these people who think that they are, that because they have black friends or they're around colored people or they work around colored people and work with and travel with them every day and stuff, that they understand their problems, that they can speak to them in such a way like, hey, I'm your buddy. I understand what's going on. So you have to respect that I'm coming to you, to your embassy to say, and it's like, motherfucker, no. And that's why I made my point earlier. And I understand that's why it's annoying to use these characters, but I do get it.
I get it.
If that was the intention, I will admit that I believe it was done well, personally.
No, yeah, I agree with I like it's not like the content, I guess, of the scene. I get it. It's just the I guess, like, yeah, it is like the weird specific characters that are there. Is the only thing
Squadron Supreme would have been so much
for sure.
more effective.
That would have been way better. That would have made more
but
sense.
But if they really were going for that angle with people, you know what I'm saying?
I agree with
whatever.
you, though. I think, like, you're right. I mean, they use these particular characters just because,
I'd love to hear what other people think as
for
well
sure
about it, by the way.
Let us know. Was this weird for you guys, like, seeing this moment? Let us know. Comment below. But, yeah, I guess move on. I agree with you, though. I think that's, like, you're absolutely right. But it does feel weird. That's all I wanted to mention about it.
As if they hadn't fought together and saved the world countless times together. And you know what I mean? Yeah. It is a little, I believe it's inorganic. Right.
Exactly. As if they weren't also, like, have, like, government bureaucracy get in their way and shit like that,
Yeah.
It's weird. It's definitely weird. But we cut over to this young kid, Gabriel. We get to learn a little bit about his life. He's just a kid like any of us, like kids I grew up with. He's just like grows up in this apartment. He's not like an athlete. He's not like a fucking, he's not like this kid who's just like hanging on by a thread. He's just kind of like fighting off this perception of him that he is just this like guy teetering on the edge, despite the fact that he grew up with a single mother. His father passed away, but people, I guess, assumed that his dad left. And that's kind of like his vibe right now.
He wants to be looked at as a kid, as a young man, not a young black man from the streets, which is completely fair. That shouldn't have to be someone's identity.
For sure.
We have to acknowledge that people do come from these conditions and that they have extraordinary challenges, etc., etc. But that is not completely who people are. If anything, those are the things that just hold back people from being what they are. Exactly. So it shouldn't, that shouldn't be anything that defines.
Yeah, I agree. But yeah, he goes off to see Dazzler, who's a mutant / performer in this verse. And he's meeting up with the other kids, the other children of the Atom. They're all there too. And they're all kind of chilling, and he spots, like, out of the corner.
Cop some merch.
Yeah, cop some merch. Some Dazzler merch.
Yeah, some Dazzler merch. I want a Dazzler shirt.
Yo, we should get Dazzler shirts too.
I want a Dazzler shirt.
I want that Dazzler hat.
Nigga up. Well, what's Viadella? What's her name?
You see that that Dazzler fitted? I want that cap, dude.
Yeah, man.
That new era Dazzler.
I don't even want the word Dazzler on it. Just the sparkle on
the D in the sparkle.
Front. Give me a silver brim, and I was fire.
Hell yeah. Oh man,
Hell
Marvel,
yeah.
Get on it. You do have new era hats. You can do this.
Vida Ayala. Okay, Vida Ayala.
Yeah, she's the writer, I believe, for this. But yeah, he spots out of the corner of his eye his friend Cole, who we've seen in the last issue. He's this kid who was sick for a really long time and recently just came back to school, kind of out of nowhere. It's kind of mysterious.
He started yamming it on everybody.
Yeah, he came back an absolute fucking unit on the basketball court.
He was talking shit. It was crazy, man. I mean, It was funny because the ass whooping was so severe on that court. The very next time he seen him outside of school, he had to say, "My bad, bro. I know I was kind of wild.
I'm sorry.
We cool though, right?"
I'm so sorry. I'm too good at basketball. But yeah, it was cool.
Gabe was just like, "It's alright, man.
It's all right.
Whatever.
I'm just glad you're here and not on a deathbed, essentially." But yeah, apparently he was cured by some experimental program, clinical trials. I'd like to think that it was maybe related to the mutant drugs that we're getting. I don't think they got the drugs in general because we're to assume that the drugs that come directly from Krakoa work. But maybe it's an attempt to recreate those drugs that kind of like got him out of the hospital bed. But yeah, they reconnect for a while, and this guy talks about how Dazzler, listening to her music in the hospital bed, just kind of like reminded him and kept him kind of afloat, and you know, kept him happy, which is a sweet sentiment. But at some point, they get a text from Nighty Nightcrawler, who used to be the Daycrawler, but prefers now to be called the Nighty Nightcrawler. He learns that the Hell's Bells, the villainesses that they captured last issue. Oh, geez, excuse me. They're just about to escape from prison, so they are off to go take it down. And there's no real fanfare. They just kind of teleport in. They're full costumed and everything. It's pretty cool.
Yeah.
They all have cool designs. I will say that I really like Gabriel's design in particular. I think his wings look like cool. I don't know if they're like weird solid constructs or whatever. But
yeah, I can't. Yeah, not sure.
Yeah, but in any case, they meet up with these guys, these Hell's Bells, and they fight for a while. Try to prevent them from getting in. It's not doing great this time. They have a new helper known as Bricket. She's the one essentially breaking them out. And at some point the fight gets interrupted by a storm. She comes in and is like, "No more violence. By the way, do you guys want to come to Krakoa?" Oh yeah, do you guys want to come? And they're just like, "Oh, really? You want to ask us now? That's really convenient. Is this a trap or something?" And Storm's like, "No,
no, dumbass.
No.
By the way, you guys can get your powers back. You just gotta die."
Yeah, you just have to come and do this weird ritual where we make you fight to the death to prove that you're worthy of getting your powers back. No biggie."
It's only weird because you don't understand because you're not a mutant, Chris.
That's fair.
I mean, I guess I don't either. I'm
not
having someone beat me. I don't know. Maybe I would. Would you take $1 million ass beating?
No, it's not $1 million ass beating.
I mean like a fighter winning. You know what I'm saying?
That's
$1 million fighter beating your ass to get powers after that.
No, it's not just that. It's you have to physically die. Would you die to be resurrected if you knew that you would come back with powers?
If I knew for sure?
Yeah, if you had to brutally fight and die.
Absolutely certain, without a shadow of doubt in my mind.
Well, the only way you wouldn't get abilities, your powers, is that if you like kind of quit in the middle. So you kind of have to like really want to die.
They better kill me.
That's what I'm saying. That like you really have to want to die. You like if you're dying, if you're losing your fight, you got to be like, "Yeah, I'm gonna keep fighting until I die." Basically, like you have to fight till the very last breath.
It got to be a lit power. It can't just be anything. Like
I mean, you can't control that. Your powers are not yours to control. You get whatever power you were born with.
I wasn't born with anything, bro.
Well, assuming you were born with something. That's the real question, is what I'm saying. And the answer to that is I don't know. Maybe.
Hey, I'm not a mutant. That's not shit I gotta worry about.
I mean, it's hard to make that decision because you're not in the moment. Like, if you're on your last breath, you could be like, "Not worth it," and just die. But you'd have to, you'd get back. You'd come back. So,
bro, the for real question though, is what is good with these kids and the
Yes.
gates?
Okay.
And are they mutants?
Okay.
Bro.
So let's get through it. Okay, so these guys, they basically take the Hell's Bells into Krakoa, and Storm turns to the kids and is like, "Hey, do you guys want to come?" And they're like, "No, we're good. We're good here. We got stuff to do. You know,
we're chilling. We like regular school. We like where we're living inside."
Yeah, for sure, totally." And Storm's like, "All right, well, here's one of my communicators. If you ever need help, give me a buzz. I'll come get you. We can't force you to come. But, you know, whenever you want, you're welcome." And after that happens, we get another scene of them in Coney Island trying to get through the Krakoan gate underneath the pier there. And that's where the issue ends. It's assumed that they don't get through again. I don't think these kids are mutants. I think they're normal human beings who really identify with Krakoans.
Then why would they keep trying?
I don't know. I think like
if they know?
I think they just hope that one day that like it'll turn out that they are mutants.
Which is why they're denying, they're telling Storm no.
Yeah, that's the only reason, because they keep.
They don't want to mess anything up. They don't. Yeah.
Yeah, they keep, like, if they're trying to get to Krakoa, then why would they directly decline an invitation from several X-Men saying that you could come with me? No, they don't want to like give the impression that they're not mutants. Like I guess they're trying to keep that under their hat, you know. But yeah, that's Children of the Atom. It's all right, you know. It's kind of like a middle kind of book for me right now. We have to wait to see what it develops into. I'm not really sure what it'll be. My theory is that it's going to be focused on kind of like identity politics to a degree. I think that's the whole brim of this issue. And I mean, that could be interesting. I'm not one of these people.
That can be interesting.
I'm not one of these people that are like, keep my politics out of comics or whatever, or keep my real life stuff out of my comics, especially from Marvel, which is basically, that's their jam. So,
I'll tell you this, bro. I'm not for it when it's just kind of thrown in my face and it's just a pop-up thing. But if they're going to make a comment about kids exploring who they are and their identities, and even, you know, on a scale of like with gender or whatever, you know, that is something I would love to see fleshed out. That's not something I relate to, but I would love to learn because, you know, if the author can execute it well.
For sure.
I don't think there's a place for that in the other comics. New Mutants, I guess, is kind of similar vibe, but this is so focused on just group of kids that we don't really know too much about. So you have that, we have this mystery of what's going on with them. And then in the meantime, they can do the kind of, you know, the young stuff and the identity stuff and figuring out who they are. I think this could be a really good comic. And I think that just because things don't seem really huge right now doesn't mean that huge implications can't come. I mean, dude, the title is Children of the Atom. I don't know, man.
That's pretty epic.
I don't know if it's a reference to anything else in the past, but it just sounds like it's like a big deal.
That's what mutants are generally like kind of referred to as well, you know, like Children of the Atom, stuff like that. I think there was a comic series called The Children of the Atom a while back. But I will say, I mean, I'm on a wait and see mode with this. It's a delicate subject, but hey, X-Men are known for that. I'm willing to see where it goes. I feel like it's just too early to have like a really concrete, you know, thought about it, just because, you know, they're building up in a slow way, purposefully. Like it's supposed to unfold a little slow.
I'm actually really interested in the characters.
I agree. I don't dislike any of the characters. I think they're pretty cool. So that's very nice. I feel like
I guess I say that so that, like, you know, I guess that's what I'm looking for. Like, I'm willing to put up with the slow burn story, if the writing's good enough.
Yeah, I agree
with the characters.
But in any case, we should move on to our next X book, Wolverine number 11.
Yeah.
Vampires everywhere, basically.
Oh, Dracul.
We go back to this storyline where Wolverine has been dealing with the Vampire Nation.
Wolverine is it's all over the place, man.
Yeah. We'll get to it when we get to it, but I will say it starts off with Wolverine basically going around America and just kind of like going to these little like vampire communities that are scattered around America, and taking down the vampires in these cities. As we see in one of these informational pages that is, basically trademarked with the X-Men. Wolverine has been asking Sage to list down vampire colonies, just so they know where they are, all that stuff, and so Wolverine could go find them and destroy them. Meanwhile, we've had this sub-story going on with Omega Red over the pages of X-Force and Wolverine, where he is working with the Vampire Nation, specifically to go after Wolverine's blood, because the Vampire Nation is apparently trying to become trying to bite off of fucking Krakoa's whole thing. It's just like, we want to be a nation too, but we cannot because it is sunlight. So
yeah, right. Like we can't be a nation only during the nighttime.
Yeah,
and just do nothing throughout the entire day when everybody else is up.
Yeah. So basically, they take Omega Red and they fucking hack his carbonadium synthesizer. I forget what I think that's supposed to moderate his lust for blood, but they basically bug it and so they can track him in this vampire nation, so they can find out exactly where the big hub is, essentially.
And Omega Red has always been a vampire.
Always.
This has always been a thing.
I think so. I don't know. I don't know a lot about Omega Red.
When he was in X-Men vs. Street Fighter,
he was a vampire.
on the arcade game, he was a vampire, right?
I think so. I mean, he's
I'm
pale
just
as
making
shit.
sure, bro. Yeah, he is pale as shit. I always wonder why he looked that fucking weird, but I thought it had something to do with all the tubes coming out of him.
I mean, that's part of it. He's got so many tubes.
All the coils.
Yeah. I got coils. So yeah, he basically pulls up on Dracula, who I thought was detained or something. Wasn't he detained? And now he's just running around free.
Well, they kind of let him go. Remember, they set this up.
All right.
They hacked the synthesizer.
No, I'm talking about Dracula.
Oh, I guess. I don't know, man.
That's why I was
confused.
confused.
They left him in Chernobyl, and I feel like they was go ahead, do whatever you want.
All right, stay here then.
Remember they left Dracula there, and they didn't lock him down.
That's a long time ago, dude.
Him.
I guess
that was mad long ago. The Red Guard, right?
Yeah, that was a real long time ago.
Yeah, that was a long ass time
but
ago.
In any case, Dracula's oh, they didn't fuck with your mind at all. Now let me tell you some information. So yeah, they're basically looking for Wolverine's blood so they can find a way to use it to create vampires that can live throughout the day. Meanwhile, Wolverine's going off. As we see in one of the informational pages, he's talking to Beast, who's shisty. He's like, "Hey, why don't we just go? Why don't we just go and poison all the vampires using your body, Wolverine?" And Wolverine is like, "No. I'm just going to go help. I'm going to talk to my friend Louise, who lives in Paris." And I remember this girl from Wolverine #1. She's the vampire, part of this vampire fighting coven in France, that he befriended and stuff. And they haven't seen each other in a while. Wolverine, she pretty much catches up Wolverine on what's been happening. Her entire coven was betrayed and ganged up on by a bunch of vampires. Not everybody made it out alive, including her, as we see an old lady kind of just trip and fall, and her hand just starts bleeding profusely, which causes Louise to kind of go all vampire mode and be like, "Oh, I want to suck your blood," and Wolverine just kind of "Wokey." Ooh, jeez.
All right. Yeah, that's so normal.
Yeah.
But no, he did actually act adequately after.
No, it was a good move.
It was like, "Bitch, I'll stab you up. You better tell me what's up right now."
Yeah, literally right after he just throws her on a wall.
But the way he holds her shoulder and walks away as if
Whoa!
That shit was fun. And then she says something like, as she's walking away, like, "Oh
Je
God,
suis désolé." I know.
what does that mean? Is that like Jesus Christ?
Je suis means I am. I don't know what désolé means.
A demon?
If only we had Brian.
Nah.
He could Google stuff for us. Yeah, no, she speaks a whole bunch of French, and then Wolverine's like, "I'll kill you, bitch."
Nah, because she fronted, man. She tried to tell them about how they tried to have a whole meeting, and the vampires came, and they had to all split up.
Yeah,
But you ain't mentioned nothing about you getting bit.
for real. Yeah. And then she's like, "No, I'm not a vampire yet. I swear."
I swear, I'm just almost.
Yeah, I've been eating a lot of garlic and drinking a lot of holy water. That's literally what she's.
I've been sleeping on wood frames.
I don't know.
I didn't
man.
stab myself with any though, but
I mean that would kill me. But I've been doing all the anti-vampire shit, and
everything I can think of.
I've been taking garlic shots before bed every night. I'm trying.
She should have had a garlic clove chain on. Come on, she's fucking slipping. She ain't trying that hard.
Yeah, she's not.
She almost consumed that whole person.
Yeah. So we cut over to the Oxford University where these guys are casually doing vampire research. I guess they're doing like bat research, but then this guy has like a secret lair where there's just these scary looking vampires down there. He's just been like, I've been infecting candidates and dosing them with beta variations of Wolverine's blood, and it didn't work, you know. And Dracula is all tight. He's just like, well, then maybe you don't have the right subjects. And then he kills everybody in there. He kills all the vampires that they were experimenting on. So as he's explaining, like, you got to get better subjects because, you know, this is not working out. One of the old man scientist dude's assistants comes in and he's like, I forgot a thing. Dracula.
Stupid of me. Stupid indeed.
Yeah, Dracula just pulls up behind him, grabs his whole neck with his hand, and he's like, I'm going to kill him now.
And the scientist face palms like, oh boy.
That's the third assistant you've eaten. Now? You can't just be eating my assistants. This is Oxford University. This kid has a transcript. Yeah, he's face palming down there, and yeah, he's like giving his evil plan away. He's just like, we're gonna need Wolverine's blood to make a whole nation of vampires. In the meantime, Omega Red returns to the point and says, there's something I need to tell you. And Wolverine's...
How do you guys feel about Russia?
So, what do you guys like about Chernobyl? You guys a fan of Chernobyl? No.
Pretty cool.
Pretty not cool. Not good. Wolverine's just chilling, letting this girl drink his blood. And
he's such a sucker, man.
He's a good man. He's a good man.
That's literally his kryptonite. Sexy women.
That's kind of true.
That's how you destroy Wolverine.
Just bring a sexy woman in.
He'll lower his guard down, then you can trap him and do as you please with him.
I mean, to be fair, he's gonna heal. He's got a healing factor. He's like, it's fine. You can drink my blood. I'm immortal.
He did not have to do any of this, but whatever.
In theory, no. But I guess to keep this girl alive so she won't eat people.
She sent this nigga up. Look at that creepo vampire. He's a vampire hunter.
He's not a vampire hunter anymore. He betrayed the vampire hunters.
But he has the uniform on still.
He does still have the uniform on, which is pretty mean. I mean, at this point, take it off. Yeah, he's just lurking, watching them.
Yeah, at this point.
He's like, oh, should I leave the room? Should I give you guys privacy? And that's where the issue ends. He's just watching them. Just like, this feels inappropriate.
Just like that. And then, like in the image for the next issue, you can see Wolverine clearly captured
and he's like,
held somewhere.
Probably thinking about, oh, how did this happen?
How did this happen again?
I do this all the time. How did this happen? I mean,
see, I met the sexy girl. I let her drink my blood, and I'm here.
Yeah, I don't know. Wolverine has been all over the place. It feels like one arc moves like we were just fighting Maverick and all, or dealing with Maverick situation and all that, but now all of a sudden we're back with the vampire stuff. I don't know. It's not really catching my attention, which is kind of like sad because like Wolverine's one of my favorite characters. So it's not the writing is bad. It just feels like so jumbled, you know.
It's like the only point of the Wolverine comic is to make sure that they mention that he's working with Krakoa and to be edgelord and burly and all of that. Remember when he was in the bar and we just completely ripped this comic apart? I think that was the first issue, bro.
Might have been.
I think it was the first issue. And we were just like, man, I hope Wolverine is actually good and it's not just fan service for weirdos that want to see Wolverine act this way all the time.
Yeah, it
that's
feels
all
like
it's been. That's the only thing that's been consistent through everything.
Yeah, it feels like a big backward step for Wolverine because the arc I liked about him is that he was this grisly kind of like detached guy who learned how to become more compassionate and genuinely care. And I think there's still parts of that of him in there, but he's way more surly now, and I'm not into it. But in any case, that's all I got to say about the X books. Children of the Atom was all right. Wolverine was like all right. I didn't hate either one, but
started banging Jean Grey again and just completely forgot about who he was.
For real.
Who he became. All that work he put in. He just fell back.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, who knows? Maybe next time it'll catch your fancy. But now it's time to randomize. America, fuck yeah! My Hero Academia. This is My Hero Academia chapter 308, Full Power. I guess right off the bat, I should say this won the audience really good chapter of the week.
Certified
RGC. Wow.
Certified RGC.
Wow. RGC. Did Brian make some bot accounts? Or what?
Yeah. I mean, I'll
this
say this.
one?
I'll say this. Black Clover won pretty handily. It won 32 point something % of the vote. I think Black Clover was like a somewhat distant second. With around 25.
And who was third?
I'd have to look, but I believe it was One Piece.
Oh, God. It better be. I mean, it's sad that it's that low anyway, but...
Yeah. That's
unbelievable.
For sure. But,
unbelievable.
I mean, this is the usurper. One Piece was... Oh, Black Clover was second. One Piece was third, and Jujutsu Kaisen. It was pretty close after... My Hero. Like, My Hero took a pretty substantial lead. But yeah, this is My Hero Academia. Chapter 308, Full Power. Last we left off, Deku is faced off against Muscular again. He just saved Shindo, I think this kid's name is.
Jailbreaker.
And he's up against the Jailbreaker, a.k.a. Muscular. And Muscular is just like, oh shit, I missed this guy.
You said, what's up, bro?
Bro! I haven't felt
remember
the same.
That time?
Yeah, remember that time when you beat the shit out of me? I'm going to put this rock in my eye and fuck you up.
So look at this socket you left.
No, he had that socket
I'm going to put this
before.
rock here. Let's fight.
He had the socket before. That socket was empty. He used to have, I don't know what his deal is, but he always likes to put something in there. And he's like, now I'm going serious when I put something in my eye socket.
Whoa.
So
yeah, he's making it bleed. It's so fucking gross.
Yeah, it's real gross. So he immediately goes after Deku, and he just like flips this building in half, like a fucking folding chair, fucking folding table. It's just like blow. And
yeah, flips
like,
the dinner table. I don't like this shit. I'm angry.
So yeah, Deku makes his way down to the ground floor, and he's got like all this smoke on him, and he returns Shindo to the turtle girl. I think that is her name is, and he just disappears into the smoke.
So here, folk girl, go take him and run because I know you can't do anything else to help.
Yes.
Okay, thanks. Bye.
Okay, thanks later. So he goes into the smoke screen, and we learn that this is the not the fourth users. What, the third users?
Fourths.
No, the fourth is Danger Sense.
Ew.
Fifth, maybe? I don't know. The Smokescreen Kid. Apparently, one of the All for One, One for All quirks is Smokescreen. And yeah, he's basically kind of schooling him a little. Apparently, and this is kind of like telling that Deku can openly communicate with all of the inheritors now. He can just talk to them whenever they want. And yeah, he starts using everybody's powers in conjunction. I just noticed that he has this like rocket booster on his back.
Does he?
Or is that just like is that supposed to be some kind of like ode to what, the float quirk? Oh, I think it is. I think it's just like, the rope is supposed to be Black Whip. The jetpack is supposed to be the float quirk, and the little, I guess, smoke.
Oh, they're supposed to represent something.
Yeah.
That's not really there.
Yeah. Like a physical representation of what the powers are like.
Okay.
Yeah, I was confused about that
Right.
for a minute. I was like, wait, what? Why does he have a jetpack if he can fly? But yeah, he starts using all these powers in conjunction. It's kind of cool. He uses the danger sense to dodge him. He uses the float to like get some distance. He uses Black Whip in probably the coolest way. He just like grabs Muscular and slams him on the ground like Spider-Man. And Muscular.
This is what I wanted to see with that quirk.
Yeah. And he's like, "You're using all these party tricks. What's the deal?" And this is kind of like an interesting little scene into Deku's character where he's just trying to dig into what makes Muscular the way he is, and if there's any,
because he cares about people,
Yeah.
even if they chose the life of a criminal.
Well, he wants to know what makes them tick, and he wants to see if there's any chance of redemption at all before he fucking manhandles
which I respect.
them. Before he beats them into the ground.
Yeah. At least he asked.
Yeah, I mean, that's what I'm saying is that at first he's like, all right, before I want to give you a chance, because I'm winning. Because I'm winning, but I want you to give me an opportunity to not win so hard. So, and Muscular is pretty incurable. He's basically like, I don't give a shit about anybody. I just want to hurt people all the time. And Deku's like, all right. Well, I guess this fight's inevitable.
Pedal that crap somewhere else.
And as Muscular's approaching him, his muscles start to decay a little bit. And Deku realizes that, explains that, every time you make new muscle fibers, the one underneath the initial layer kind of dissipates over time. And the reason that happened is especially because Shindo used his vibration quirk and fucked you up from the inside. So, yeah.
Okay.
So.
Oh, okay. So Shindo did do something pretty cool.
You seem very.
Okay. All right.
Wow.
I'll take that.
Wow.
All right. I was being a hater before, and I said he did absolutely nothing.
Did you?
All right,
I don't even remember you
Midoriya.
saying that.
That was cool. Well, no one gives a fuck about vibration, man. You're not invested, Chris. Stop lying. Brian's not here to defend himself, but I know he'd lie anyway. So I'm gonna say stop lying, Brian.
He would lie.
He would lie. He would.
So yeah, Deku uses the opportunity to just come in and land a quick one on him. And Muscular seems to be defeated. Pretty cool.
Just gave him a fucking roundhouse to his ribcage, Dempsey roll style.
Yeah. Gazelle
Sped through him
punch.
and just blasted the side of his body. I wonder if he's dead now. Well, not dead, but
I mean, he's probably not going to get up again.
almost. Right there, right on the cusp. To
Yeah,
the
I
point
wonder.
that he can't move anymore. Yeah.
I wonder
I
if
think so.
this fight will continue. Maybe next chapter he'll just get up again. He's like, that hurt, but I'm still going to fuck you up.
Hopefully he'll just keep the mask off. I'm just really not feeling it.
Yeah.
I like the eye part, and I like the metal part there. I don't like the
The
like
ears have
these.
always been weird. And those are supposed to be
get it,
All
but-
Might's fucking hair thingies.
Yeah, that.
But yeah,
he looks like a rabbit. I don't like it.
I very much agree with you on that. I don't like the weird. It is weird,
but other people can like it as subjective. It's just our opinion, right?
Yeah,
I don't want to ruffle too many feathers there again.
Yeah.
All right.
No, I mean I'm saying that like
each their own.
I think there's a reason like he almost never wears the hood. Is that in general it doesn't? It's kind of goofy.
His satchels are cool. He's got a little.
He's got little pouches.
Utility belt. Like,
he's got his backpack. His fucking cool. Metal smile guard.
I like the patches here.
Patches. Yeah. It's cool.
Yeah.
The
like
Gran Torino scarf.
A little raggedy, but fair enough.
It's sweet.
I think it's that's your cup of tea. Fine. Not mine.
Look, I don't care, man. I get it. It's fine.
It has meaning.
I mean, look, that's where the chapter ends. I thought it was a good chapter. I enjoyed it quite a bit. It wasn't my favorite of the week, but I really I liked it. I mean, we don't get to see. It
wasn't my favorite of the week either, but I liked it. It was fun.
We don't get to see Midoriya.
I was just so happy that the smoke screen was not just mad dust and potentially musk.
Yeah, no, it's literally just smoke, which is nice.
Just okay, fair. And he overdid it, so that's why.
I mean, we talked about this before the show. I mean, I feel like the smoke screen could have been utilized a little better. I mean, I guess like this is a way of revealing that it's a thing, and Deku's like, in fairness, trying to learn to use it. So it's going to be a little sloppy.
And like you told to me, right, in the text, if anyone, if any character is going to make, a unique, use something like that in a unique way that we wouldn't think about, it's going to be a character like Midoriya.
Exactly.
So that's fair. That's fine.
And it's cool. We really pretty much got everybody's quirk except for the two stand in the corner brothers. So until then, I mean, this is a cool set of powers. We've gotten like the low voltage one. I think the other twos that we haven't seen before are going to be more powerful. I would hope. They can't be all just like, Jesus Christ, these are just regular powers. But I'm into it. I have no real complaints about this chapter. I thought it was cool when I read it. The art has been great, honestly. The battle sequence has been pretty cool. No issues. That's all I really got to say. Cool fight chapter. Ready to move on, Josh? Any final closing statements? All right. It is time to randomize. One Piece. This is One Piece chapter 1010. Color of the Supreme King. Very easily my really good chapter of the week.
Certified RGC. Certified RGC. Certified RGC.
That's a fact.
Yeah, I mean, so fucking cool. We'll get into it.
Times 2.
Oh, hell yeah.
Certified RGC. Certified RGC. Certified RGC.
Last we left off in One Piece, the worst generation have managed to split up Big Mom and Kaido. Big Mom is currently plunging to her death, and Zeus is currently trapped in a box, and Prometheus is trying his best to escape the wrath of Zoro. But to no avail, because Zoro is actually holding him back pretty cool. And but he is in dire straits. He did take like the strongest attack from two emperors at the same time. So he's kind of just trying to keep it together. Kaido notices that Big Mom has just been knocked off. So he's like, oh, shit, I have to do everything myself, as he leaves Luffy just like knocked the fuck out.
He beat him. He beat Luffy.
Yeah, I would say so. But yeah, he just goes right after Zoro, and Zoro's like, fuck! But luckily, Law swaps out with him in this really cool scene. He just goes, and he immediately ends up just in front of him, and he uses his injection shot, which doesn't really like wound Kaido to a very significant extent, but it does hurt him. And he's like,
Yeah.
and his
He
power,
stabbed him right in his fucking throat, bro.
yeah, he's like, oh, and I guess like Law uses his antibacterial curtain to kind of just like shield the blow because he knew he was taking a hit from Kaido.
Yeah, he don't have no type of agility to dodge that or something.
Yeah. So Kaido knocks the shit out of him, allowing Prometheus to escape. And Zoro's just like, that flame's gonna save Big Mom. Go fucking stop it. And Law's like, well, we can't afford to lose anybody at this point. So, I guess like it all evens out. Like the whole plan was to separate them. No need for us to die now that we accomplished the mission. And Kid and Killer just both go off together to take down Big Mom on their own, which is pretty cool.
Damn, Killer and Kid alone?
Yeah. I mean,
all right.
Yeah, both of them together should be cool.
I mean, shit, Kid is definitely confident. I guess we have more to see.
He takes all the metal with him. You see, like, he's dragging all the metal with him, which is pretty fucking badass, honestly. It's like, I'm taking all my weapons and I'm going home. Meanwhile, down by the sea, Prometheus was able to save Big Mom. And she's just tight. She's like, what the fuck is Zeus doing? And Prometheus is talking mad shit about Zeus. He's like, that's why I keep telling you, Mama. He's a dunce and a dope, and he's always holding us back. Anyway, Mama, can I ask you for something? And I'm like, whoa.
Right, he turns.
He goes, oh, Mama. But as Kid and Killer are making their way down, they notice the clouds are, I guess, becoming intense. I think that's probably going to be Big Mom's doing. Whatever Prometheus has in store. I wonder what that's about, but we'll find out. And meanwhile, back on top of the skull, Kaido's like, whoa, row, 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 row. You just look at Straw Hat's face. He did that before, too. Even while unconscious, he stares me down. Which has always been badass. So he's about to destroy Luffy. He's like, all right, I'm going to kill you now. And, man, nothing but nonstop gangster from here on out. Zoro.
Yeah. Oh, man.
Zoro is like, listen, what I'm about to do, Traffy, is the limit of my ability. And he goes up to Kaido. He says, like, I got to take myself out of this match. I'm going to do the most right now.
The most.
And he yells out for Kaido. He says, hey, Kaido, that's my captain. And he does the Ashura thing from Eni's lobby that he hasn't done in so long.
Finally, he brings that shit back.
Yeah.
But it's more than before, right? Before it was just double. Now it's triple, right?
Nah, he had the 3 heads the whole time.
Oh, so okay. It's the same move as before. But he said it's the extent of his ability.
It's even stronger.
How do you feel about that?
It's just stronger. I mean, obviously.
No, I know it is a stronger version, but like, yeah.
I mean, I always saw it as a possibility, but Zoro was never going to be the one to take down Kaido. It's not his story.
Oh, nah, I'm not even talking about that. You're right. You're right. It would have been nice. And that's what I predicted. And I'm wrong here, as you can see.
I think Zoro's going to be out for a minute.
Uses his special move, Dead Man's Game.
And actually cuts Kaido. And in a significant way. Not just cuts Kaido. Kaido's like, damn it, boy! He's really tight. He's like, he actually calls out. He's like,
another scar?
Yeah, he literally looks at him. He's like, don't tell me you could use the color of the Supreme Haki too, as the Supreme King too. Which is sick. And Zoro doesn't know what he's talking about. He's like, I don't know, man. I'll just use my swords.
I don't think Zoro does. I think it was just in the sword itself. I think it was because it's that sword, like Kaido's sword. I mean, not Kaido. What's his name? Odin's sword.
I would say that the sword probably helped him, but I wouldn't be surprised if Zoro, because
you think the sword helped pull it out?
Yeah, because I think Zoro. You don't have to be a captain to have it, because like Rayleigh has it.
Yeah.
There are a ton of characters that have it. But in any case, Zoro's like, I don't know, man. I was just using my swords, so I was trying to knock you back on your feet. And Kaido's like, oh, you did enough. This wound will remain with me. that's pretty sick. Zoro wounded him forever. Like, the scar's on him forever. He'll forever have to say, I got this scar from Roronoa Zoro. Which is pretty fire. And then he uses the Thunder Bagua again on both Law and Zoro, which is even more powerful.
Oh, he hits them that fast?
Yeah.
Damn.
Which is even stronger than before because it looks like he just like turns into lightning and strikes both of them.
Yeah.
But you see like I guess the color of the Supreme King on his club. Just like, it's so fucking cool. It's a really cool image.
Just like coming off of it.
Yeah.
And now we understand that staticky shit is the Haki of the Supreme. Okay, so we're gonna talk about it after you wrap up the chapter.
I mean, because like the rest of this is just fucking awesome. He's just like, yo, you guys should have joined me. We could have taken the world over together. And Luffy gets up and he's like, we'd never go with you, idiot. We love the samurai. Mark my words, you're going down. And he remembers what Hyogoro taught him about the Ryuo, the Wano edition of Haki. And Kaido tries to like hit him, but Luffy blocks it without even the blade, the fucking club touching him. And he does a whole bunch of other shit. He like punches him in the gut so fucking hard without even touching it. And he gives him this clean uppercut. He's like, yeah.
The shit launches, man.
Yeah.
Yo, he blocks the club with the sandal on his foot, which I guess he hardens the sandal so it doesn't shatter and get destroyed.
I'll tell you what.
All that's made of some really good wood.
If you remember way back in the flashback when Roger and Whitebeard collided and all that Haki was happening without their blades touching, that's what this is.
Yeah.
That's the color of the Supreme King with the Ryuo.
Yeah. No, and all right, I guess I'll say it now because maybe. Well, I want to see what you think.
I mean, chapter's over. Luffy beats the fucking shit out of Kaido, and Law's like, "What the fuck?" And he tells,
"Not even touching him."
He tells Zoro,
"He's using the force."
Yeah, Luffy tells Zoro and Law to go down. You know, they can go down now. He can take down Kaido on his own.
Yeah, go smoke his boss friends. I got this now. Yeah. Now this is my shit.
Yeah. Excited. But what were you going to say? Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off.
So, look, Rio is literally just the weaponized version of Supreme King's Haki. Mm-hmm. Where I guess I used to believe that it was either just a sort of armament Haki, either a next level to it or something adjacent to it. Mm-hmm. That maybe only the people on Wano knew about. Now, but it is, the way it's being expressed is that it is a function of Supreme King's Haki, and that's it. I mean, I guess just some of the samurai could do it. That's all.
Yeah, I mean the Wano. Yeah,
there's no reason why like a bunch of people can't have Supreme King's Haki. They don't all have to be as strong as Shanks. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Or Rayleigh or whatever. You know, the same way a whole bunch of people have armament Haki. It could, it makes sense that the people on Wano would have the Supreme King.
Well, they don't
all. I thought it was cool. I like that he broke it down.
They don't all have it. It's like really kind of the strongest people on Wano that have it. You know, the Akazaya 9 and Hyogoro. They all use the Haki of the Supreme King, the Ryuo. And to be honest, maybe like what's his face? The one that always rides with the PX1s and the PX2s. You know, the big sumo guy? How he always like used to sumo Luffy without touching him? I think he's from Wano. Yeah. I would like to think that he's from Wano. Because he can use Ryuo as well.
Oh shit! Yeah, I don't know
why
right.
I'm blanking on his name.
I forgot all about them. The dude that was with Kuma, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, he was washing them. I remember that. But it wasn't like it was a fair fight. He kind of just pulled up on them, right? Like I remember, it was like a lot of chaos.
Yeah, no, but it was made.
Luffy might have been able to beat him in a fair one-on-one at that point.
Yeah,
I think Luffy would destroy that nigga now.
For sure. Now, for sure.
Yeah,
he's done today.
It's just that he looked so OP before, and then Kuma was with him, and so it just looked way worse than
it was just like a battle of so many fucking people at once. But yeah, I mean, this Ryuo is very powerful, and I love that Luffy's kind of using this as a training fight. The 4 emperors themselves are just like,
Yeah,
I'm using
man.
you to fucking be better. And I'm like, yeah, classic Luffy.
Yo, that's so cool, man. Look at that. Remember when Naruto started using the natural hockey?
Yeah.
Just busting pain up from without even
This
touching
may
that
be
nigga.
his
He tried
pain
to
moment.
absorb the chakra, and he just went, blah! Push that nigga square in his face.
Yeah, this may be his
No
pain
contact.
moment, honestly. I'll tell you
Oh
what.
my god.
If it is...
Oh no, that's not good.
Why? Does that...
Think about it. What happened after the pain fight?
First of all, this is Oda. He's a different breed. He's a whole different
let's
breed,
hope.
bro.
You're right. You're right. Robin's an actual character.
Oh my god.
Oh, we taking shots tonight. It's alright.
Yeah.
It's alright. It's alright.
I mean,
shout out to Sage's Reign.
yeah, for real.
He has a great channel, great content.
Man, but what a great chapter. So badass, very epic. Couldn't ask for a better
Much
one.
badass, much epic.
Much badass, much epic. I'm sure next week we'll probably get just like what's going on with everybody else. Because we're not gonna get the final battle right now. But I'm very excited. You ready to move on?
Oh yes.
All right, let's randomize. Undead Unluck. This is
Jinkai.
Jinkai. I feel like we're pronouncing that wrong.
Yeah, damn. Let me stop.
Please, bring down the correct pronunciation in the comments if you'd like.
If you care enough.
Yeah, please do. But otherwise, I'll just keep saying Jinkai. This is chapter 59, Tetsuzanko. And we pick up with a flashback for Shen. He had 3 conditions to let this man train him. One of which is to send his sister to school. The second one is to give a roof under his head. And the third is to provide 3 meals a day. And now he's just training with them. He did it. He's like, wow, you fulfilled your end of the deal. Now I'm going to be the strongest of all creation. Momentai. No problem. And apparently the old master is Fang. So I guess I was fucking wrong. Again.
Wow, but it was...
I can't get anything
I don't
wrong.
blame you. All right, let's get to the end of the chapter. Let's try our best to hold this thought. Because you may not be 100% wrong. I think something weird's going on here.
Yeah.
Let's just continue.
Okay, so... Yeah, we open up with the battle between Fang and Shen, and Shen immediately uses his untruth, which, as you know, negates the truth behind the actions of whoever he looks at. I guess it's hard to explain. It isn't as effective as fast-thinking opponents. So the faster the person thinks, and the more skilled it is, he can kind of just figure out the truth behind everything. I guess predict movements and whatnot. But yeah, as Shen's fighting this guy, he's like, wow, your movements are were really familiar. But you're too young to be this guy, so I don't know what the fuck's going on here. And they continue fighting, and this guy uses one of the zombies with his face caved in to just like land above him. Shen dispatches that thing, and this guy twists on the floor, does a cool move. He comes at him with this Hakai Zanko, 8 cycle mountain strike. And this reminds Shen of the time where his sister came back from school all bruised and beaten from a fight. And it was because her friend was getting bullied. So she was like, I stepped in to protect her, but I lost. So, Shen basically says like, oh, I should just teach you how to fight, make things easier. And he teaches her the Tetsuzanko. It's a basic version of the old man special move that he just used right now. And it turns out she's way stronger than before. As you see that when she masters the Tetsuzanko, she just makes this huge crater in the fucking boulder that she's practicing on. We then cut to this like weird, like fucking cliff where this guy's like, "But Shen and Mei are siblings. Why are you making them fight each other? Why are you planning to make them fight each other to the death?" And he, I guess, kills this guy and takes his soul. So this Fang guy is evil all along, as you can tell. And Fang, in the present time, unmasks. And he's way younger now. And he's like, "So you have surpassed me, my favorite pupil, then." And it's 2 like splash pages in a row where, you know, Shen is just like, "Fang!"
With blood spitting out of his mouth because he just got hit so fucking hard with that special move. I mean, that's what I was thinking. Like,
yeah,
when
for sure.
All right, I had to go back because, like, I seen what she did to the fucking mountain. I was like, bro, is that like a 7-year-old girl or something?
Yeah.
10 at the very most. No way. Like,
Yeah.
no way she's older than that.
Oh, she's a young girl.
She did that to the side of a mountain, to the side of a cliff. And this grown-ass man just did that to an open, like he was completely caught off guard.
Yeah.
So I was like, oh, he's wrecked. It's over for your man. Untruth, yo. What's his actual name? I forget.
Shen.
I keep forgetting. Shen. Oh, man, yeah, I thought it was over for Shen.
Yeah.
He's screaming Fang, and I know he's not going to fight no more. It's it. He's dead. He's got to be dead, bro.
He's not
Come
dead.
on, he hit him square blank, point blank with the back technique.
Nah, dude, this is his arc. You know, he's got to defeat the bad guy.
That nigga's going to the hospital.
All right, so
I'm making another prediction.
He's going to the hospital is your prediction. I thought this chapter was all right. I feel like it was weirdly paced. I feel like the transition between her training and then all of a sudden Fang's thing, where he's like,
yeah,
"I was evil all along," is just 2 panels. I don't know. I don't know how you do it structurally better, but I feel like this was very abrupt.
Well, here's the thing. It's either terrible execution or he's trying to tell the story in a certain way for a certain reason.
I could be wrong. I agree.
You know what I mean? Like, maybe there's a reveal down the line, because the key here is his sister. So I'm gonna tell you this. Maybe I could go back. Okay, obviously that's definitely Fang. It's the same hairstyle, just dark and fuller because he's not old as fuck.
Yeah.
Same mark on the shoulder, same swag and everything. Fine. What happened to his sister? He did say he was gonna make them fight each other to the death. Maybe whoever died, he took their body and used their youth or something like that. Man, if he pulls his sister out of that bead, that's just gonna be rough.
Well, it's funny because one of the zombies was his old body. So, I don't know. It's very
no, not the master's old body. It was the other guy.
It's this guy, but if you look back at that chapter, which is 58, and you see the line of zombies, I think one of them is supposed to be like Fang's old body.
All right, I'm gonna go check it out. Could have just been a random old person.
This is an old man there, but I could be wrong. Maybe that's not him. I don't know. I could be wrong. Maybe it's not him. We don't get a lot of focus.
Nah, he just killed the senior. The dude. I don't. Yeah. Whatever.
In any case.
I don't think it wasn't Shen. I don't think it was Shen. I mean, I don't think it was Fang.
Yeah. I mean, that was Undead Unluck. I'll see. I mean, I still feel like it could have been a little bit better, but I know that he's trying to withhold information because he's dropping this knowledge over time. So, who knows?
It's just naturally that question of what happened to his sister, and I'm guessing there's a reason they didn't naturally progress what happened with that yet.
Yeah, for sure.
We'll see.
Mm-hmm.
Like you said.
But yeah, that was Undead Unluck, and that has been our show. Thank you guys so much for watching. You can find me at the Chris Espinal, at jdcole_37, at b.esp. Follow Brian's live Twitch stream where he plays video games at twitch.tv/its punchline. Follow the show itself at New Jump City on Twitter and Instagram. Email us at newjumpcitypod@gmail.com. Comment below with any questions, suggestions, anything you guys want to talk to us about. Leave us a 5-star review on iTunes. Subscribe to us on Spotify, Pandora, Amazon Music. Wherever you listen to podcasts, we are likely on there. So find us. I think that's it. This has been a hell of a show. Thank you guys so much for watching. See you next week, New Jump Citizens.
Peace out, yeah.